God cannot do does not exist. I'm recording this testimony from Enugu, Nigeria. I am Amazing Grace, a broadcast journalist, and this has been my simple introduction to so many years now. But then let me give you a little backstory to 2010 when I lost my dad, and being the first daughter with no brother, you know how it is in Africa. It was a huge battle with his family. But the most striking for me was when during the funeral arrangements for my dad, one of my uncles had said to me that I should go get a job or even get married and let him see. Now I rejected it immediately, and because of my faith background and what my dad had always told us never to accept negative tags or labels, so I had rejected it just there and then. But moving on, God came through and gave me a job, and of course even with the job it was a struggle keeping up with the bills, and I constantly felt like I was running around in circles. I could feel it literally. I was constantly praying for a career breakthrough. That point where everyone around you knows and says that you're good, and I know that I'm very good, but of course there was no undeniable evidence. Now I was raised in a godly home, so prayer for us is a lifestyle. But when I joined the fire altar, my prayer life took an intentional turn, and gradually before my very eyes my career became more visible. And then miraculously last year, which was the first year of Arroy, God in his infinite mercies made it possible for me to become an international correspondent through a connection on the DSTV channel where I work. It was a huge breakthrough for me after years of stagnancy and even a mid-career disruption. I recall specifically at the 2024 crossover service, I was worshiping online, and while the prayers were on, I told God, I said, God, if you would see me in 2025, could you please put your word in Pastor Jerry's mouth and let 2025 be another year of Elroy? I kept saying, God, please see me, and suddenly Pastor Jerry announced it.
People of God, welcome to 2025. Streams of joy, Nsppd of Elroy, the God sees me.
I fell flat on the ground. I couldn't believe it. It was like a dream for me. I was very excited, thanking God for seeing me and for giving that word of confirmation. And in that service, one word came constantly. It was an outstanding prophecy for me. Now, Pastor Jerry kept saying, God will give you global visibility. I see you holding a microphone on global stages, and it will start from March.
The Lord just opened my eyes. I saw something. I don't know who it is for. A microphone was taken from you and a bigger one was given to you. The Lord is about to amplify your voice in the marketplace. People will wonder, where are you coming from? But hear me specifically. God will begin a chain of work from January. But when you get to the first week of March, the world will hear what the Lord has done in your life. The season of struggle is over in your life.
Now, it was a confirmation of what my daddy had always said to me, that he sees my gift taking me global. Unfortunately, he's not here to see it happen. But fast forward to this year, God made it possible again. I traveled to Moscow severally for more stories. I was very grateful for the opportunities. But as we would always say here on the altar, we may not see the wind, we may not see the rain, but our valley shall be filled with water. Now, on the 6th of November was my birthday, and I had told God that I wanted to feel him hug me and pat me on my back, like giving me something very special on my birthday as a gift. And the word on the altar that day was, my wine did not finish.
Anywhere you go today, when they say good morning to you, you reply them, my wine did not. They will be wondering, people of God, only NSPPDians will understand it. So anywhere you see it, anywhere you see an NSPPD and write it, go there and write your own, my wine did not finish. Write it everywhere. My wine did not finish. What God cannot do does not exist.
And just after the prayers, I held on to that word. And just right after the prayers, I checked my phone. And of course, I saw that I had received a message while the prayer was on. And it was my first good news message from my partners abroad. They had said that an international panel had gone through my documentaries and found my work very interesting, and that it will be their honor to award me as the International Expert of the Year 2025. It's a very huge award. I was very excited, coming from that girl who was told she'll never get a job to one who's an international award winner. Now, the huge event was held on the 27th of November in Moscow, and I was honored greatly, even in my absence. I became globally visible and celebrated. The word of prophecy became my reality. Now, I'm not just Amazing Grace, the broadcast journalist. I'm Amazing, the international award-winning broadcast journalist and correspondent. That's my new identity in my career, which, by the way, has taken a leap, and there's no stopping me now. Thank you so much, Pastor Jerry, for your sacrifice on this altar of fire. Jokwasa, my life will never remain the same. And with Elroy's guarantee on this altar, I am coming back in 2026 with more testimonies and higher levels on all sides. I know that Elroy would see me more for what God cannot do.